Hello, hello. I am your Empress Divine. You are watching the Empress Divine Channel. I channel messages for the divine feminine, and this one is for Sagittarius. Oh, Sagittarius, I just looked into my, is it pronounced sidereal, whatever, chart. And basically the Capricorn stellium that I have in the regular Western astrology moved back to Sagittarius. So I have so many placements and so much energy in Sagittarius. So yeah, I decided to do y'all first. It's a nice little note there of why you guys are first now, where usually Capricorn is first. So Sagittarius, we want to know what it is that Spirit wants to communicate to you for this full moon in Cancer, and also an eclipse that will be falling on January 10th. So in a couple of days, and we're just going to see what type of energy we have available for you. Same format. We do the goddess guidance, and then we talk about you first, because it's always ladies first here, and then we talk about your love situation. All right, so we're getting our goddess guidance. Goddess guidance, what is the message that you have for Sagittarius? Message for Sagittarius at this time. Message for Sagittarius. Oh, a lot of them came out, but right on top is Mother Mary. You see that? A lot came out, but on top of that was Mother Mary with expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered, okay? I feel that you have been caring for or nurturing a lot, Sagittarius. Like, there's either a lot on your plate, but I'm feeling there's a lot on your plate, but it's not like an overwhelming amount. It's just that you are dabbling in a lot of things. You're spreading your energy in a lot of different places, but not in a bad way. It's like you're focusing your energy on things that are meant to prosper you, or to, give you increase and abundance. And that's exactly what you can be expecting here around this full moon in Cancer time. Full moons are all about revelations, completions of a cycle, releasing. If it's something that you need to release in order to move into your next chapter, this is definitely the time to do it. Some things will just fall away on their own. But definitely mothering. And of course, Cancer is also associated with feminine and therefore mothering energy. So that's another thing here that applies to your reading with this Mother Mary. Mother Mary was the mother of the most important, arguably, human being to ever touch the earth, as legend has it. I wasn't there when it happened, but I do believe in Jesus. I do believe in the Christ energy. So I don't believe it as in the way that a lot of religious people do, but I do believe in it spiritually, in that energy that came and traversed the earth and settled our debts, letting us know that it is possible to live a spiritual experience as a 3D human being. And I feel that during this time, you will start to see things in a much more spiritual light. Which one is it? Mars just entered Sagittarius. So I feel that the way that you handle a lot of things will be a lot more spiritually inclined also. So just like I was saying, you start to see things in a more spiritual way. If you're dealing with situations or relationships with people that are a little bit, tumultuous, and you're having like a battle of the wills, just kind of going, and somebody feels like they're going against you, or you're having to go against something or fight against other people to connect, I think that you'll start realizing that the emotional energy that you invest into it is really your power, and you'll kind of draw back a little bit. Like, you'll realize that maybe it's not worth it to continue to be at a draw with people. You drawing your sword, they're drawing their sword. You'll realize that a lot of times it's really not worth it. This is definitely an energy of learning to pick your battles more wisely. Like, everything that you think doesn't necessarily need to be said. Your game plan doesn't always need to be published. What you give people is, again, your most valuable asset. The energy that you give is the most valuable thing that you have available to you. And that's another lesson that comes with seeing things more in a spiritual way instead of just in the 3D. In the 3D, you kind of want to fight and, kind of butt heads and stuff with people and stake your claim or take up space, as they say, these days. But this energy is more so of you realizing that you are already all that you need to be. Like, you are all. You embody Mother Universe. And that is you as the divine feminine. So there's no need for you to like spar and to fight and to be in conflict with others to get them to kind of, come on over to your side. There's really no need for that, because the people who are for you, it'll be easy. There'll be an ease about how they come to you. You don't necessarily have to, fight with them to get them to understand you, or fight to get them to see that you're true, or prove anything to anyone. That's pretty much out of the question here. You already know that what you are creating, what you are birthing into this realm is 100% pure. You see the spiritual magnitude of what it is that you're doing in your life, and at this point you really don't need anyone's validation about it. So at the Cancer full moon, this is more like you just gaining your sovereignty, and in that I mean like just 100% stepping into the fact that you know what the hell you're doing, and you don't need anyone to support you while you're doing it. It takes a lot of independent energy. It takes a lot of self-motivation and a really high self-esteem to believe in yourself when maybe no one else does, or when everyone else may be looking at you like you're crazy, or maybe not believing in the adventure that you see playing out in your mind. No one else may believe in it, but as long as you believe in it, then it is real. All is mental. If your mind says that it can happen and you can picture everything happening, then it's already happening. It's just up to you to align with that energy. Once you align with that energy, all the resources, pop up. Everything you need to happen will be birthed. It'll be placed right there in your path. You just have to continue to believe in it. And you don't need anyone else to support you in that. Now moving on to the love. We have the Empress here, also a motherly energy. I love the Empress. The Empress with the 10 of Staffs. The Chariot. Sagittarius, you are in the lead in your love arena. Whether you're single, dating, involved with someone seriously, married, engaged, whatever the case may be, you are in the lead. And I'm not saying that as if it's a competition, but for some people I do feel that it is a competition. You may be dealing with a masculine who is still in a lower energy and feels as if they have to compete with you for the dominance in the relationship. But I urge you to not compete with anyone for dominance. The High Priestess here is more of she's a passive energy, but in no way is she not powerful. She's very powerful, but powerful passively, meaning that you don't have to fight with anyone for what it is that you want. All you have to do is embody the energy. So light your candles, be sweet to yourself, listen to your love songs, take you a bottle of wine out by the pool, dip your feet in it, dress sexy, wear your lingerie for yourself. All the things that make you feel powerful in your feminine energy. Everything that helps you settle comfortably into your feminine grace, because that is the energy that is leading you to something to celebrate. Whatever it is that's going on in your connection, you being the leader means that you have the power to lead it either further into a situation that you don't want, or to lead it away from energy that you don't like. To make it more specific, let's say in your relationship there's not a lot of intimacy and romance. You pull back on trying to open yourself up and be so vulnerable that you just become an open book. If the person is not reading, then don't put an open book in front of them. If they don't want to read your emotions and really tune into how you feel, you don't just lay an open book in front of them. You bring yourself together and you sit in your feminine grace, and you go frolic, you go have fun, you go be a beautiful feminine, you go be cat-like, you roam like cats do. Dogs, they sit on a chain and they after their owner all day, That's not the energy I'm feeling with you, Sagittarius. I'm feeling that feline type of energy where you do what the hell you want to do. And we have another Empress card that came out here, double maternal energy, double feminine energy, double nurturing energy. But this is more like you nurturing yourself. And if you have a situation in your love life where you're not necessarily getting it from the other person, maybe they're taking a long time to come around. Some people are just emotionally closed off. If you want to deal with it, that's completely up to you, and I support you 100%. But I'm telling you, you don't match anyone else's energy, Sagittarius. You create the energy. Just like a mother doesn't follow her children. She doesn't let her children lead her. Or, traditionally you're not supposed to allow your children to lead you. You lead the pack. So you are the one who, you set the tone in the relationship, Sagittarius. And if someone is taking a long time to come around and give you what it is that you need, then you go invest your energies elsewhere. You go invest it where you will get returns, and you get reciprocity. Something around the full moon time, the 10th, give or take a few days or whatever you may already be experiencing, is changing. Something is coming to an end. Where someone was stuck in their head, I feel like that is dying. So if you're dealing with a masculine who's kind of just been stuck in his head and hasn't been, reaching out to you as much, or hasn't been giving you what it is that you really are, what you really have earned and what you desire, I see something changing here. A new cycle is taking place. When I say a new cycle is taking place, it could be you moving on to a different person, or it could be that person coming in and finally engaging you fully, really giving you the attention that you deserve. But whatever it is, there's a new environment that's happening for you in your love life, Sagittarius. And it's because you weren't waiting on anyone to, validate what it is that you wanted. You were going ahead with it. You are wishing upon a star. If you're going to be vulnerable with anyone, you're being vulnerable with yourself and with spirit. You can get it, baby. I'm talking to my daughter. But yeah, you're believing in yourself. You're leaning on your own understanding. I'm sorry, y'all. This alarm is so loud. Come on back. Thank you. Whew. Yes, you're leaning on your own understanding. Alarms are saying, hey, it's time to get it moving. Wake up. That alarm is, wake up, shake up, bake up. Time to wake up. Whatever it is you need to do in your life that makes you happy, Sagittarius, do it. Go frolic. Go have fun. Go love. If the person that you've been giving your love to is not, giving it back to you, then you go find a place where your love is well received, where the seeds that you are planting can take root in good ground. Some people have not been sowing in good ground. I was about to say reaping in good ground, but yeah, if you've been sowing in good ground, in bad ground, you're gonna be reaping in bad ground too. So it's almost like whatever you try to do to move the relationship along, it didn't really seem like it was working. Trying shit don't work. Trying this won't work. Try that, can't work. So it's like you're finding better ground, and you don't really care how long it takes for you to find better ground, because I believe in my heart of hearts that a Sagittarius feminine is okay being quote unquote lonely. But it's not even lonely, it's alone, because you're such a social, vibrant, fiery energy that it's easy for you to connect with other people. So I don't necessarily feel like you're alone. It's just that you are taking up your feminine power and your grace and everything that you have been giving that has not been reciprocated. And you're moving on to a place where all of the fruitful and abundant and vibrant, fiery energy that you have, you can plant it into a ground where it will grow and flourish, and where it will feed you. Where you're feeding it, it feeds you back. Instead of you being in a place where you're just giving and giving and giving, and it's not being given back to you. So, at the time of this full moon in Cancer, this coming Friday, I just really do feel like a cycle is closing up. If you've not been getting what you need out of a connection, either that person is going to think it over and be like, okay, It's time. It's time for me to make a change. It's time for me to do better, because those Cancer emotions are very real and very deep and very profound and very strong. And a lot of people are going to be going through emotional breakdowns. There could be a lot of breakups, which is what I'm feeling here. And there could also be the part where a person breaks down and they realize, I can't keep holding my feelings back. I love you so much. I have to tell you how I feel. It can be that type of energy too. Emotional breakdowns can work both ways, in both a high and a low energy, as all things do. But expect a miracle. If you have to break up for someone and you've been praying for a certain type of love, just know that losing an energetic obstacle just allows that free space for the love to come in. And also breaking away from something but not having bitterness toward it, still having faith in love, that allows the energy of love to come in for you as well. And I argue that it's even more profound than someone who's just looking for love. Yeah, that's good, someone who has faith and believes in love, that's beautiful. But when you actually break away from something that was draining on you and you find your independence, that's such a more powerful energy, because there's so much more that goes into that. So I feel like when you actually are able to successfully complete that spiritually, you give out the energy that draws in something just as profound, something just as, strong. You just magnetize yourself to these huge energetic leaps, just like it's a huge energetic leap for you to completely let go of someone, but without bitterness, and without sorrow. You just let it go, let it flow. Tony Braxton say, let it flow. You just let it flow, okay? So that is the energy I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius, at this Cancer full moon. I wish y'all the best, honey buns. I wish you the absolute best. Sagittarius are good about, dating and, getting out from under one and getting into another. You know what I'm saying? No rushing, but, you're good. You're going to be all right, okay? So that has been your reading, Sagittarius. Thank you for watching. Like, comment. Let me know how you think. Dang, I didn't think that took 17 minutes. But all right. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.